This is Musings and Counsel from London Baker Law with Debbie London Baker.
A simple thing like a will. It still shocks me, Debbie, that there's so many people who haven't even put their will together yet.
Well, people don't think they'll die. People don't think they'll have anything. People think they'll die as soon as they do it. And the thing is, you probably said this before, the thing I learned, like just in the last year or two, one of the biggest motivators can be for will is in the event somebody dies and they are in line to be the recipient of a medical malpractice suit or like a bad car accident or something like that. If they have a will in place, they've set up in advance a vehicle to collect any funds that may be due their estate in advance. And I mean, not that they're anticipating that, but it's there. 18-year-olds need them for the same reason, because their parents can't do it for them anymore. And I've got a friend who's got a 19-year-old granddaughter, and I said she needs her own documents. And I don't. My friend's been the intermediary between the mother and me, and the mother doesn't seem to understand that anything she's got in place where she's named the daughter to do something for her does not replace her daughter naming her to do something for her. Like you say, she's 19 years old, she's not married. If something happens to her, her mother really can't help her anymore. And those are the advanced health directives that you talked about earlier. And there's no reason people should know. And that's what I tell people all the time. There's no reason for you to know this. I didn't know it 9 years ago. There's no reason for you to know it. That's why people like me exist. People should not do online. We've talked about this. I'm not a proponent of online documents because you don't know that they're state compliant, whether it's Florida or Mississippi or, Alabama or Georgia, wherever. You don't know that they're right. And then you run the risk of having somebody stuck holding an ugly bag that you had thought you had done something about because you weren't willing to spend the money. Or your friends told you that it was a good idea. And we all listen to friends about things. And I've come to believe, don't listen to your friends about a legal issue unless the friends are legal, unless they're attorneys, not even paralegals, unless they're attorneys. Get a different, and you always want to find somebody you can work with that you trust. Don't choose the first person. Just because, 3 people refer me and just to a fourth, and the fourth calls and has the courage to tell those 3 that they didn't like me, then find another one. You want to work with somebody you can trust to get the job done for you. And no attorney out there is the perfect person for everybody.
Debbie, I can't believe I'm looking and taking.
You ran out of time already, Steve. Come on.
Can you believe that? I mean, amazing. But your show always goes by so fast. Give everybody your phone number.
I can be reached at 813-586-1332. 813-586-1332. I'll talk to anybody. I mean, I can practice only in the state of Florida, but if somebody calls me from another state, if you have a friend who has a question, I'm happy to ask their question with the caveat that they need to check in their state. And there are some general guidelines that I can just give people for questions to ask and things to think about. And since this is all a God-driven practice, it's all about being of service.
This has been Musings and Counsel from London Baker Law. Learn more at londonbakerlaw.com. Thanks for listening.